Imagine walking down the streets of the slum, dirt and filth everywhere, crowds of people all living on cardboard mats, with no money to care for themselves, let alone their children.
A person comes up to you, begging for help, whilst lying right next to them is a person slowly deteriorating from starvation and disease.
What would you do?
How would you help?
Would you offer them food or maybe some clothes?
What about water or medicine? Would you even do that?
Poverty-stricken areas need these staples of society to survive, yet there is no aid given to them. Mother Teresa provided this essential aid by supplying them with these simple staples. She also gave them dignity by giving them an opportunity to have the lifestyle they dreamed of, out of the dirt and filth of the slums.
Due to her determination and contribution to servicing the poorest of the poor, organisations and charities were built, awareness was spread throughout the world, and a generation in society was influenced to advocate for the rights of the poor. This resulted in Mother Teresa being a significant figure in today's society.
During the time when Mother Teresa lived in Calcutta, India, the standard of living was in corrupt condition due to the lack of service the government provided. No awareness was spread about the state of the slums because the Indian government gave no attention to the devastation in the poverty-stricken society.
With Mother Teresa's dedication to the impoverished people of Calcutta, awareness that was so desperately needed started to be spread. It began with newspaper articles within Calcutta, written about this woman who gave up her life to live amongst the poor and to help the people within it.
It soon spread internationally all around India and in the Catholic community. Mother Teresa's compassion and determination towards the poor was an inspiring tale of how someone can leave the comfort of home to care for strangers.
The missionaries of Charity Order wanted to disseminate universally in order to care for the poorest of the poor. Mother Teresa went on a trip to petition the Pope Paul VI the grant for permission for Society of Pontifical Right.
She spread awareness via interviews, documentaries, and knowing politicians and businessmen's families. With her fame on the rise, she partook in expressing her opinions on the poor's rights through speeches and being seen with important figures who supported her mission.
When Mother Teresa was receiving her Nobel Peace Prize, she said, "I choose the poverty of our poor people, but I am grateful to receive the Nobel in the name of the hungry, the naked, the homeless, of the crippled, of the blind, of the lepers, of all those people who feel unwanted, unloved, uncared for throughout society, people that have become a burden to the society and are shunned by everyone."
Even when receiving one of the most well-regarded awards of her life, she still talked about what she was really fighting for, the poor. After the news of Mother Teresa's work in India spread globally, she was determined to make a difference not only within Calcutta, but all over the world. She travelled to less developed countries in order to set up organisations and charities to help improve the lives of others.
Her dedication to helping the poor changed the lives of so many people who had no income, no support, no food, no shelter, and lived in countries where their economy and government were corrupt. Organisations such as the Poor Heart Home for Dying Destitute strive to help adults and children who were sick, injured, or at their final moments of life.
Charities were also created by Mother Teresa to provide support for the poorer community. Another organisation that has made a benefit to people, especially children and babies, are the Homes for Abandoned Babies.
This organisation's aim is to help children and babies feel loved and safe again after going through a devastating tragedy that has occurred in their life. Both of these successful organisations were founded, built and funded by Mother Teresa herself.
The Missionaries of Charities contributed the most in society. This charity was opened in 1948 by Mother Teresa, but was organised by the Sisters of Mother Teresa.
The Missionaries of Charities' aim was to create fundraisers and events to provide income, clothing, food, water and medical supplies to support organisations and give assistance to the countries in need. Pope John Paul II stated that he respected how devoted Mother Teresa was and how even though her health was at risk, she carried on work with the organisations and charities.
He believes that her actions to make the world a better place has truly marked history. Traveling tirelessly the streets of the entire world, Mother Teresa marked history of our century. This morning I celebrated, with intimate emotion, Holy Mass for her. Unforgettable witness to a love made up of concrete and ceaseless service to the poorest of our brothers. Okay.
Whilst advocating for the poor via interviews, documentaries, and speeches, she influenced a generation in society to continue on her legacy. Mother Teresa was seen by all as a loving, caring person through her interviews and documentaries, with many people falling in love with her undying service and care towards poverty-stricken people.
All over the world, people decided to carry on her legacy by advocating for the rights of the poor. When Mother Teresa died in 1997, thousands of people came to her funeral. Even 19 years after her death, crowds of over 100,000 people came to the Vatican to watch as Mother Teresa became a saint.
This shows the vast impact she had on society, with political figures, high priests, and large crowds of the general public attending her funeral and canonization. There is even an award called the Blessed Mother Teresa Award, which is given for exemplifying the 7 corporal works of mercy in everyday life.
Mother Teresa's aim was not to only help Catholic Christians, but also to help other religions and beliefs, which led to Brahmin and Islamic high figures such as Imam disliking opening refuges right next to the religious buildings. However, the Brahmin and Imam soon stopped their fighting when impacted on by Mother Teresa's care towards a young Brahmin priest suffering from tuberculosis.
Mother Teresa, even though Christian herself, influenced many from all walks of life. In Source B, it can be seen a Muslim man praying for Mother Teresa to get better from the prison walls. This Muslim man was impacted on so hugely by Mother Teresa, he's praying for her life. This shows that she has such a worldwide impact that has spread to other religions. Her service did not come without its criticisms, though.
She was criticized for her outdated method of caring for the poor and for making it seem as if her order was still struggling when they had plenty of money. However, none of it stuck because she kept to her morals and people believed in her ability to help the poor.
Mother Teresa has an everlasting impact on a generation in society's lives, no matter what religion, race, or culture they come from.
Mother Teresa was known as a loving, caring human being to people of all ways of life. She didn't believe in prejudice that separated the wealthy from the poor. She believed no colour, no religion, no nationality should come between us. We are all the children of God.
Mother Teresa showed this through her willingness and determination to servicing the poor, which led to organizations and charities being built, awareness being spread, and a generation in society being influenced to advocate for the rights of the poor. Now that she has been finally recognized for her service by being canonized by the Pope, it shows the significance that she has made worldwide and through history. She will be remembered as a saint forever.